So, Halito. Today I'm out in Bear Creek Park again, looking for an old home site that's out here somewhere. But I actually ran into a little blackberry bush. See the blackberries. I think when they're this small, they can be a bit bitter. Wow, that's good. There's quite a few of them here. Little blackberries. We're like I would say, I almost say we're at the tail end of blackberry season, but I see a lot of little red berries that aren't ripe yet. Anyway, so yeah, there's a home site out here somewhere, and I kind of want to find it. It's hot today. It's hot. This almost June. So I'm not sure exactly where it is. I know about the vicinity according to old survey maps. Not sure how big it is. What are we gonna find? What's there? So find out. But I had to get through all this stuff here. And not too long ago, I heard some hogs out there grunting around and chomping their mouths and everything. So there's some hogs out there, maybe some little piggies out there, so we'll try to avoid those. So yeah, let's get going. So for you those that don't know, Bear Creek Park, we call it Bear Creek Park now. Or actually, technically it's called Pioneers something Park. Anyway, back in 1880s or so, this here was the site of a German community or German colony called Addicks. This little township of Addicks. Now, it was a somewhat thriving community. It's just west of Houston, and Houston has a kind of a problem. It's called a bayou city for a reason. Buffalo Bayou is one of the main bayous that run through the city. It really is more like a small river. It's pretty big. In fact, the Houston Ship Channel is now, it's been dredged out a little bit at the very east end of Houston, and it is now a ship channel. So, but out west of Houston, Buffalo Bayou is joined by other rivers. I mean, you have Brays Bayou that runs into it. You have Bear Creek, which we're at now, Langham Creek, White Oak. Yes, a whole bunch of bayous sort of dump into Buffalo Bayou. And back in the day, 1930s and stuff, 1920s, Houston had some devastating floods that just completely inundated downtown Houston. And so, in order to mitigate that flooding, they figure, okay, let's go west of the city and try to control the floodwaters from there. You know, try to regulate how much water goes downstream into Buffalo Bayou. And 1940 or so, late 30s, a plan was devised by the Army Corps of Engineers to build a giant levee system around two levee systems. One was became the Addicks Reservoir, and one became what was it called? The Barker Reservoir. And nowadays we call the Addicks Reservoir simply Bear Creek Park, and the Barker Reservoir we somewhat called George Butcher Park, because they're now considered parks. And you hear reservoir, they're not full of water. Most times of the year it's like this. You can walk in it. It's just wooded area. But when it rains, a lot of rain, they can shut the dam, shut the levee locks, and hold the water back in this area. This place would be like during Hurricane Harvey. This tree here is probably 20 feet up easily, underwater, submerged underwater. I believe the levees at their peaks are like 30 feet high. So during Harvey, at one time, the water had actually began to spill over the levee. So some parts of the park further south was near 30 feet deep. So in order to do that, you had to relocate town. So Addicks was relocated, and a lot of the homes out here, home sites right here, were abandoned. There's a cemetery off that direction. Another cemetery sort of off that direction. We have the Hollandale Cemetery, or known as the Blue Light Cemetery, and another cemetery which I can't recall right now. It's off Highway 6 and Pedersen Road. It's right down that way a little bit. So you go by here and you go hiking, you can run across some home sites and other little knickknacks that's been left in the woods for all those years since 1940s. I believe the levee system around this area was finished sometime in the early 1950s, late 40s, early 50s. For the most part, became operational. So yeah, let me keep heading that way, and I believe it's that way. I know it was off of Eldridge and the old Clay Road alignment, which is now in the woods also. Old video. So let me keep going that way and see what I can find. Now the problem I have is I really like blackberries. I really do. They're good, but they are some of the thorniest bushes out there, and this is none but blackberries. I have to go this direction, I believe. Man, I see, and it's hot out here too. Whew, flush paw. I'm hoping, because I know in the old survey maps there's some large trees around the property, or just sort of kind of southwest of the property. There's large trees, and I'm hoping these big trees are here, because look at satellite photos and stuff, Google Maps stuff. You can't tell what's what in this place. It's so thick. But I do see what looks like where the large trees should be. Those trees are still there. So if I get those very large trees, then I know I'm probably within about 100. That's the 100 yards of the property. So let me keep going. I gotta go this direction. Good grief. And let's just keep going that way and see what happens. Well, still going. Going out this direction here, and I think I'm getting close. It's funny, from here I'm seeing clearings and stuff, but when you get there, it's not a clearing. It's like this. This is it just looks like you see blue sky, and it's not a clearing. It's just a thin spaces where the trees are just shorter than everywhere else. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going to that general direction there, and yeah. Today is hot. I got my little machete. This is one I like a lot. It's lightweight, real thin, lightweight, and super sharp. So it's this kind of light brush. It sort of zips through. And problem is a lot of thorn bushes, and it's just a lot of. This is all from thorn bushes grabbing my fingers and stuff. So let me keep going, and I hope this is all worth it. This is a lot of work. So I've come this far so far. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's what's up there. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm hacking a trail as I go, and it's just so slow, and it's such a thick brush, and blackberries absolutely everywhere, thorns everywhere. I think what I might do is stop here, go home, rest, relax. Since I've gone this far, then tomorrow come back out. Coming this far would be easy, because I'm pretty much cleared the path for the most part, and because this here is going to take a lot just to get to that there. I mean, I might even go ahead and resharpen my machete and come back here tomorrow and resume. But this will be one video, but yeah, it'll be a two-part adventure. So that's what I'm going to do, because it's incredibly thick that way, and this is my trail this way, so I'm going to head back that way. And tomorrow, getting where I'm at now tomorrow will be really fast, because I know where I'm at. So alrighty. All right, this is day 2 of this adventure. I'm getting close to the home site, and the way I know it, I'm getting little odds and ends of junk. Some old cans, old pop cans. And if you notice the pull tabs, it kind of dates the cans back into the 70s, 80s. A little fuel tank to a lawnmower. The big bale of chicken wire or something right there. I don't know if you can see that. Big bale of wire. So yeah, we have a lot of odds and ends of just random junk, I guess let's say. Human stuff. Probably a fuel tank or something. Probably two of a old motor, like a lawnmower or some other little motor. More odds and ends over here. See if I can get over there. Also, the area looks a little more cleared out. Basically due to the fact that it's less wild and used to be occupied. I noticed around here, oh, it's probably some kind of heater. Hot water heater or something right here. Maybe. But yeah, in the Bear Creek Park area. Yeah, looks like some old equipment. Hey, this is an old seesaw. And old kids. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. There's the two seats. And little pedestals that sit on the ground. And you crank these two levers back and forth. And that acted on this crank here, and that spun you around and around and around. Wow. So definitely getting close. But yeah, like I said, on the Bear Creek Park area, when you get near an old home site, it goes from super thick to a little less thick. Still thick, just less thick. So I know I'm getting near. Yeah, old like beer can, the pool tabs. So yeah, I'm definitely getting near the home site. It's gotta be this direction up here somewhere. That's all I think about around here is you can run right into a home site and just not know it's even there, because as much as this place floods, you know, being that it's a reservoir now, much of it floods. Any wood structure, unfortunately, just does not survive. And so all you find nowadays is foundations and metal things that people left behind, you know, stuff like that. I see some debris over there. Let me keep heading that direction, and I'll turn the camera back on if I see something of any interest. Yeah, some kind of iron fencing or gating or something, sort of leaning against the tree here. Water hose and just some other odds and ends of just random. See some carpet there. Yeah, random garbage. Nothing any kind of significant anything. Let me keep going. And see if I can find. I see a whole tire over there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little tire over there. Yeah, let me keep looking around. Yeah, it's like the remains of an old clothesline. I was a real big kid. We used to have one of those in our backyard. And remember yesterday, I kind of mentioned that once I'm in the vicinity of some really large trees, that I know the home site's like real nearby. You really can't see the size of these giant trees. There's another one right here. Yeah, you just see these massive trees. So I know over there is another. The camera's probably not picking up how big these trees really are and how big the canopy is, but oh, right there, there's some brick on the ground. Little brick pile. Little pile of bricks. Usually that means something. Could be used to be a chimney there, or some kind of something. Yeah, another set of old trees, big trees back there, and I think I see a foundation. Let me head that way, and just see. Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell how big the trees are on the camera. They're just big old giant trees. All right, let me head that way and see what I can find. All right, we got some foundations. Yeah, I don't, and it's massive tree. I mean, it looks like something out of, what was that show, The Blue People, Avatar. But yeah, here's the foundation. Here's a foundation. Don't know what it is. Slab there. The tree roots are getting up under it. A little piece of rebar on top of that. Same as over there. What's pretty interesting is right here. This was an entryway here. We have this going down on the ground. Man. Try to get a flashlight in there. I don't know if I can see inside there. Interesting. Look at a small structure. I don't know if this is over this side here is another set of foundations. Now, of course, the old aerial maps don't give us no good. You really can't see a lot of resolution what each building is. You hardly say this is the house, because I see that's where a door would be. But just what are these structures here for? Don't know. Just went out to here. That's broken concrete. Oh no, it's smooth. There's another doorway going into here. Up there is just broken off concrete. So this be another area. Trash can. Yeah, I just don't know. Looking at the footprint of this, what this would have been. Could have been maybe a stable for animals, horses, or well, too small for horses. Maybe too small for any kind of animal. I mean, if you look at, if that's a trough, the size of this trough here, it'll be like a, you know, at minimum a large goat size animal. I just don't know why you would have them in such a confined space. Foundation comes all the way up to right here. That's the concrete. Let me look around a little bit, because on a map this place was massive. So let me keep looking around a little bit. Yeah, I got another pile of brick here. And some other random bottles and junk, mostly junk. That looks like a garage door, where the garage door rides on the track, open door, open, close the door. It looks like something. Big trees lined up in a row here. Yeah, from the aerial maps, you can definitely see the trees. There's more trees back from there. A lot of random stuff. And that's back where I came from, kind of. I want to head that way because I'm looking at the maps. Ooh, that's some dark clouds on the horizon. It's supposed to rain today. I'm looking at the old maps, and like I said, 1930s aerial maps. I can zoom down, but the further you zoom down, the worse your resolution gets. So I want to try to head back that direction as much as I can. It looks like there's maybe like a bunch of work buildings here, and then looked like maybe a house was over there in that direction. So yeah, the sky is getting a little dark. Let me head over there. Trees are beautiful. Let me head that direction and try to see what I can find quickly. Well, I've come to a foundation here, another small foundation. I don't see this being a house. Just the way it's shaped. It's I see some posts probably used to be there. I see the, yeah, maybe some kind of building. Okay, well, a doorway was here. There was a doorway here. There's something going on that way. Huh. I see off in the woods here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I was off this way. And you have broken up concrete. The broken up concrete got blocks. Not concrete. You got a metal thing here. Those are stones. Yeah, there's stones going that way. So that could have been the foundation, and then that continued on. Continue on like a wooden flooring or something. Try to head back this way. Right now the air has gotten cool because there is a weather front coming in today. It's a spider. Get off me, spider. Yeah, I'm getting back here. Also, I'm thinking, cause look at the old maps. There was a driveway or a road coming up in here, and I'm seeing like a little ditch area here, a hump, and another low area ditch over there. So I'm kind of wondering. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that house is this direction, or was this direction. And it's just now it's starting to get super thick again, and it's really hard to tell because I'm running out of time. I'm trying to use my eyeballs to glance back here so I see any kind of foundation or any kind of thing. Like a little clearing right there. I'll keep going back this way, see if I can find anything. So I'm gonna try to knock this out before the rain gets in here. Because I have a long hike to get back to my truck. What I might do, yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. I'm seeing a little clearing here. And this could have been where the house was. If anything, all you have is just like one of the old pier beam houses, some concrete blocks with the wood already rotted away and gone. But yeah, I have a long hike back to my truck. And with the weather coming in, I do not want to get caught out here in the wind and the rain. So what I might do, since there's a driveway that direction, this direction is Eldridge Road. If I head that direction to the driveway wasn't that long, and then hit Eldridge and walk along the old Eldridge back to my truck, I got about a mile hike versus oh, bucket there, I see that. Versus like a 2-3 mile hike. So I'm gonna turn the camera off. If I see anything else on my way out, I will turn it back on. Yeah, I got some concrete here. All up in there. I can't tell what it was or anything. I can see this concrete was poured in some kind of a shape like oh, I don't know. There's no telling what was here. But it's all broken up and collapsed in now. Yeah, I haven't seen anything else other than that of any kind of importance. I'm gonna zigzag my way back to my backpack. Yeah, that's the old foundation right here. It wasn't broke off. It's just that's where it ended. This is probably an opening here. I could see. That's broke off. Yeah, that's strange. That's sort of. I wish I could find a better resolution photo of this place. I really need to come back. I really want to come back maybe wintertime. Wintertime, all this greenery will be gone, and it'll be a lot easier to see off of the woods and a lot easier to walk around. A lot cooler, won't be as hot. Ooh, I see dark clouds. Okay, let me head back to my backpack and see how this tree's run over that concrete. That one tree actually growing on top of the slab, probably cracking the slab. Let me head to my backpack, which is over that direction somewhere, and I'll wrap it up, and we'll see about getting out of this place. All right, made it back to the little site I started from. I found a few more things. Oh, kind of interest. One, I didn't even notice this was in here. You really probably can't tell. That's a corner. That's a little corner of a structure there. I'm not sure how far it runs that way and everything, but that way. But over here, I think this at one time was a carbide gas generator. It's all mangled up now. It's on the ground. I'm not sure if someone's trying to yank it apart or yank it out, or I don't even know. It goes in the ground pretty good. So the little copper tubing there, more tubing right there. The way these actually work back in the day, before they had electricity everywhere. And this shows how old this is. It's been here. Survey maps go 1915. It's been here since 1915, so it's been over 100 years now. But the way these actually worked is you had this big tank thing in the ground, and you would pour, I think it's called carbide, calcium of carbide, I think it's called. It looks like little gray stones, and you pour stones in there, and you have water drip on these stones, and it will cause a chemical reaction, generate heat, and it'll generate I believe it was acetylene gas. And then from here, any building you want to put lights, this is before electric lights were common. You had little pipes that run from here into your building, into your structure, into whatever you want to, house, whatever you want to have lights. And you would turn a little valve and light a match, and you would have actual gas lights, gas lamps. And that's how they had lighting back in those days. Some places, if you didn't have a kerosene lantern or kerosene lighting, you had what's called a carbide gas generator, which was usually mounted inside the ground. And then water and carbide reacts and makes a type of acetylene gas. So kind of cool. But I think that's what that was. That one's all mangled up. You can find them in old homesteads. You can find them off to the side somewhere. Usually in pretty good shape, because most people look at them nowadays, they don't know what they are. It's something stuck in the ground. But yep, that's all I have today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I just want to come out here this coming winter when all this greenery is gone, and I can really look further into the woods. According to the old aerial photos, this place is a lot bigger than this one of those foundation here and that one that's way over there. So yeah, I wanna come over here. I want to come back out here. Want to come back out here and kind of document a little more, get a little more in-depth photos and videos of how big this place really is, how big the site really was. And I think hopefully find a house. The house gotta be over there if it was over there. Usually the carbide gas generator is closer to the house than this, though. That's what's sort of confusing. So I gotta find a way to match up the photos in GPS and then try to find out the locations out here using GPS. But that's all I got. I'm going to head back this direction. This is actually a roadway that's running out this direction, and that roadway should take me back to old Eldridge Road, abandoned Eldridge Road, which I'll then take a right and head south back to my truck.